Good morning, everyone. Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market right here with this overall rank at 21. Remember that the rank of that bull market is essentially this line right here as well. So we know that we're in this overall uptrend. We're reaching the upper ranges of this indicator. Typically does not. I've seen it as high as 22. So getting to that upper end of that range where we may see some retracement in this overall uptrend and watching for some of those indications to happen. We've seen momentum moving back into this bullish trend zone. We're seeing breadth also moving back into that location as well. Sentiment is obviously still continuing to move quite solidly. Buy-sell ratio is back to 1.15, so still slightly bullish right here, but relatively flat breadth. And we've seen sentiment working its way back down just a little bit here as well. If we take a look at the indices, we've got S&P 500 watching for support right here around this 515 area. If we can hold up and get some support, we may get another pop here on S&P 500. Just be watching this overall uptrend and support and really any indication of any downside. Let's keep an eye on that for S&P 500. But we're definitely in a range where we could see some retracement, but we could also see there's a lot of FOMO out there. People just still wanting to buy into this overall uptrend. One of the other things to be watching for TLT, which is the long-term bond, we want to see that moving higher. As that's starting to move higher, that means the bond market is trusting that the Fed is going to start lowering interest rates, and interest rates can go down from here as bonds are moving higher. We're also seeing that on the short-term bonds, SHY has moved to that short-term uptrend here as well. That's what we want to see. We want to see this SHY moving higher aggressively. That means that interest rates, the short end of the yield curve is going to be dropping. One other way to be watching that is on this bond yield curve. You can see that the short end of this yield curve is still quite high. We want to see that drop. We want to see this drop and this essentially stay higher or start to move up. We need that. It's an inverted yield curve. When it looks this direction, it needs to look this direction. And so the first thing to start to budge is going to be that short-term interest rate, which you can follow by watching SHY. Also, let's take a quick look here at sectors. Really didn't see a whole lot happening here in this last day or two. I think we're looking good on as far as that goes. We'll see what the day brings. And then commodities, we've got USO, which we've been watching, which is oil, the oil ETF, watching for support around that $75 range, $76 range. Looks like it's holding support, another retest of that, and then some continuation, maybe a good opportunity there for USO. And then also gold, which we've been watching, really is working on this tight consolidation phase right here. If we take a quick look, a couple of, if you build out a watch list, I've built out a watch list here called Mag 7, and this is the Magnificent 7. Inside of the watch list, I've got really these 7 stocks: Tesla, Google, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia. These are kind of the high flyers, also referred to as the Magnificent 7. And interesting just to scan through those. Let's go through those really quickly this morning. You've got Tesla in this overall long-term downtrend. Again, if you want to add that to a watch list, you just simply add this here. Choose the watch list that you've created and then stick it in that watch list. One of the things you can do from the watch list is if you want to have a stock give you an alert, let's say that I want Tesla to alert me, or this to be alerted when I do get this at this hold signal, I can just simply click this alert and it lets me know that it's going to let me know when the stock has moved from a hold to a buy. Tesla here, let's just go through these. Google also in this overall uptrend with a gap. Amazon, nice uptrend. Apple is in this continuing this overall nasty downtrend. You can see how that momentum zone works the opposite direction as well. When you're down underneath working this way and you get a counter trend, these levels can also start to work as resistance, just like they work as support for us in this direction. So when you have a stock that's in a downtrend, you certainly want to avoid that in terms of just waiting for it to continue to the overall, to the upside, like Meta, for example. And then Microsoft, also nice uptrending here. Nvidia, we know what it's been doing. And there's Tesla again. A couple of muscle stocks to consider for the day. Viking Therapeutics, which is a big one, had a big run up here on the weight loss drug, and looking good there. May get some continuation, big volume run up on that yesterday. And PRAX, a big gap, big volume, up 23%. Still continuing to see biotech moving. Anything in that biotech, biomedical space is continuing to get some attention right here. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.